that after 11 a.m. in the morning, all the polling agents started calling randomly. 100 to 125 agents called over my phone because I was the election agent of Faridabad AC 89. They started calling that some people are standing over it here in this polling station and their vote has already been casted. There was a lady standing at the booth number 128. She was a 60-year-old lady and her vote was already casted. She was very shattered and very angry about it. She was educated enough to know the power of her vote. And she was shouting at the presiding officer that who the hell, or not. But now this observer who came as a dictator in the hall has informed that no, the candidate will not move, the agent will not move, the counting agent will not move. Now what role we have left is that we have to only look at the machine. Note it down and keep it in your pocket. We cannot talk with the agent, we cannot talk with the candidate, we cannot talk with the observer, we cannot talk with the RO. Then what is the idea behind putting the counting agents over there? Then all the agents came to me and they told me, Bhaiya, how is it possible that 99% battery of the EVM is being charged? One of the counting agent was the polling agent in the same particular area and he said कि मेरे सामने machine बंद हुई है and that day machine was charged 67% and now the same machine is being charged 99%. How is it possible? Right. Mr. Rajiv Kumar is also one of those dictators in the India who is following the path of the dictator leadership also. Now Mr. Rajiv Kumar, if he says that this is not possible, then he can come, I invite him to the Faridabad and he come to the warehouse of the Faridabad election office where all the machines are being stored right now. If they are not in the Russian has to delete the data and send these machines to Maharashtra and to the other states of Jharkhand where election are being happened. So I invite him tomorrow morning itself that he come in the morning, open the machine in front of us, in the front of all of media and show us that what he was saying in the press conference was right and now what machine is showing is the right.
Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. Post Haryana election results, there have been several allegations that apparently there are some 15 to 20 seats where fraud has been done because the EVMs seem to have been tampered. Now, what various counting agents and what various people from the Congress party have also complained to the Election Commission, saying that there has been a surprising variation as far as the battery capacity of the EVMs is concerned. Some EVMs have reported a 99% battery capacity. Some have reported a 66 to 69% battery capacity. Apart from this, there is a huge discrepancy in the voter turnout data as to what kind of voter turnout data was presented on 5th of October and the kind of voter turnout data which was seen on 7th on the day of the counting. So we thought that we will get you an eyewitness account from a counting agent so that he can exactly tell you what did he see inside the counting center. Because what we are told that there was a huge hangama. The observers were told about all this, but even then the election observers did not listen to the counting agent. So we thought we will get you one of those counting agents from Haryana. Joining me now is Nitin SIngla, who is the counting agent from Faridabad district of the state of Haryana. He's also part of the Haryana Youth Congress. Nitin, thank you so much for joining on HW. And I really want to begin by asking you that what did you really see on the day of the polling, and how did you come to the conclusion that there is some kind of a fraud which is being done? Go ahead,
First
please.
of all, I would like to thank your channel that you have the courage enough to come forward and raise our voice regarding this big issue which is happening in the country right now. See, this is the fourth time that I have been appointed as a counting agent and the polling agent both in the fourth election. I have been appointed as counting and polling agent in 4 elections regularly, like Lok Sabha election 2019, Vidhan Sabha election 2019, Lok Sabha election 2024, and now Vidhan Sabha election 2024. See, when it happened in 2019, we found it little dicey that if we have lost the election, then we are looking forward to the negative aspect of the ECI only. So we went forward with the result, what has happened in the 2019. But after 2019, when it happened in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, we noticed there are some discrepancies and loopholes in the system of Election Commission of India, which has been going through all the polling stations, all the counting stations, all together the election. But when it went almost on the floor in 2024 Vidhan Sabha election of Haryana, that let's start from the polling day first. On the polling day, 5th of October, what has happened is that after 11 a.m. in the morning, all the polling agents started calling randomly. 100 to 125 agents called over my phone because I was the election agent of Faridabad AC 89. They started calling that some people are standing over it here in this polling station and their vote has already been casted. So it was a surprise for us. We went from one station to the another, and the presiding officer present at the polling station found to be very confused and very shattered. And he or she was saying that, okay sir, sorry, we don't know that how this vote has been casted, please give us 30 minutes time. And after 30 minutes, what they did is they casted the vote of that person twicely. The original person who was standing with the voter ID card was given the chance to vote again, though the vote has been casted twice. So who is after this system? Who is looking after this discrepancy in the voting system? First of all, there was a lady standing at the booth number 128. She was a 60-year-old lady and her vote was already casted. She was very shattered and very angry about it. She was educated enough to know the power of her vote, and she was shouting at the presiding officer that who the hell has voted on my behalf, and how do you people verified that person as the voter? I'm standing in front of you. So there was no answer to it. Then secondly, what has happened is that there was Mr. Ranjan. He was an observer of our election from the polling day, starting from the polling day to the election, and we were informed that he is our observer of our assembly. He was better cooperative. He was behaving very well. He was listening to our problems. He was the person who was with me on 5th of October in the night, was there at the closing of the strong room when machines are being placed in the strong room. I was happy that the procedure has been followed by a honest person. But on 7th, we came to know that the observer who was appointed earlier has been changed to the new observer for the counting only. Now, this was a surprise for me, that how can an agent be changed and how can a person be changed over the night just without any reason. That Mr. Ranjan was sent to some other place, and some new observer was being appointed.
No, but
Now,
did you raise a voice that how come the observer was changed at the last moment? You went and complained to anybody?
see, well, actually, this was the system of Election Commission of India. We seriously don't know that do we have the power to object on the changing and reshuffle of the observers or not. We don't have any idea about it. So we could not talk about this because we only came to know over the night before the counting on the 7th that the observer has been changed. Now on the 7th, what has happened is that 4 p.m. in the evening, our our agents who were sitting at the strong room area in the tent, who were there to guard our machines, to look after that the system is being followed or not. So what election commission has done is that they have put on a screen over there on which all the cameras were being given of the main gate only, of the main gate, the strong room main gate, not the inside. Strong room main gate was being given on the screen, that you can see that this has been not touched by anyone. But after 4 p.m., the screen was shut down for another 2.5 hours, and we were shouting on this. We were standing at the gate and we were telling RO again and again that why the screen has been shut down. So they were saying, no, there is a error in the wire. It has been misplaced. We are doing it. We are correcting it. But how is it happened? I mean, like, they have n number of electrical staff, n number of patwaris, n number of engineers inside the premises of the counting area. How did it happen that a screen was shut down for 2 hours, 2.5 hours? Then the main day, the big day, that was a counting day on 8th. Now we came to know in the morning only that finally they have appointed a new observer. Now the observer came on the stage, and he commanded. He commanded that neither the election candidate, neither his election agent, nor any counting agent will communicate to each other. Whosoever has been given the place to sit, he will sit at the same place, and between both of them, not between the candidate and the counting agent, not between the election agent and the counting agent, there will be no communication between both of them. He said if somebody tries to move from his place, then he will be disqualified. Your candidate will be disqualified from the election. So this was a very shocking message for us, because in 2024 only the Lok Sabha election held, and I was there as a counting agent in the ground. This was never seen like this. The BJP election agent and the candidate and the Congress candidate were roaming in the premises to collect all the sheets from the counting agent and to calculate whether the sheets provided by the counting agent is matching to the what the presiding officer and the observer is providing on the stage. Does it match or not? The whole idea behind appointing a counting agent is this, that he is vigilant over what the machine is showing, is the count is the same what is written on the form 17C part 2. The form 17C part 2 is being filled by the presiding officer, who is there on the table to count the votes, and the counting agent is sitting on the other side of the wall, who is looking like this to the machine, and he is noting all the votes from 1 to 10 serial number, that what votes had been given in the machine. Now the idea behind this idea was to compare by the candidate that what votes has been written by the presiding officer in the form 17 part 2, does it match with the counting agent sheet or not. But now this observer, who came as a dictator in the hall, has informed that no, the candidate will not move, the agent will not move, the counting agent will not move. Now what role we have left is that we have to only look at the machine, note it down and keep it in your pocket. We cannot talk with the agent, we cannot talk with the candidate, we cannot talk with the observer, we cannot talk with the RO. Then what is the idea behind putting the counting agents over there? Now what has happened is, the counting began at 8 a.m. in the morning. First of all, we started with the ballot vote counting. It took a
And
little
let me just
longer
recount for
to
the viewers.
scan.
Nitin, just let me recount for the viewers, if you all remember, on the day of the counting, the first two rounds, Congress was leading when the ballot papers were being counted,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
as
I'm
soon as
coming to
the
it.
third round
I'm
started,
coming to it.
yes.
See, I'm coming to it. After the ballot vote count, the first round of the vote count started. The machine came into the ground, and all the 14 round tables, there were 14 tables of the counting agent. There were 18 round of counting. There were 249 booths to be accounted. Now the BJP, all the workers of BJP, MLAs, ex-MLAs, all the leaders, Congress candidates, even the district administration knew that from last 20 years, the first three rounds has always been won by Congress party only. Whether it was 2009, 2014, 2019, 2024, all four election, Congress has won all three rounds of the first Faridabad 89 assembly. Now the BJP counting agent who was sitting next to me, he said, "ये तो आपका round है, आप जीतेंगे इसको. अगले तीन round तक तो you will be going to win this." I said, "Yeah." Now what surprisingly happened is that we have this first round sheet. Okay. Now first round sheet says that the total vote number count was 8,412. Now Congress got only 3,462 and BJP got 4,754. And when we come to the exact election result of 2024 Lok Sabha result, it was surprising to see that Congress won this election in this first round only with the margin of 1,222 votes. I have the sheet.
All right.
This is just 3 months behind. 3 months behind in the month of April. And this was historical. We were shattered and we shocked. We were shocked that how can it be happen that this is a slum area. We have provided water, electricity, supplies, and everything, and they were very shattered by the family ID and their BPL cards has been revoked, and there were many
And
problems.
are these those areas where Congress has never lost in Haryana?
Never has been. See, this was the place that Congress has never lost. This is the first round of count in This is the first round of count in 2024 itself in the Lok Sabha election where Congress won.
Right.
And after 3 months, when there was a mudda of Mandir, when there was a mudda of Rashtriya, when there was a mudda of Narendra Modi, the face was different, the election was different. And now in Vidhan Sabha, when they were losing it, how is it possible that we lost the first round? Now what has happened is that after the first round count happened, there was a gap between first to second round. We were shocked. Then all the agents came to me and they told me, Bhaiya, how is it possible that 99% battery of the EVM is being charged? One of the counting agent was the polling agent in the same particular area, and he said कि मेरे सामने machine बंद हुई है, and that day machine was charged 67%, and now the same machine is being charged 99%. How is it possible?
Right.
The machine sealed in front of us. He went to the ground in the polling, in the counting area. I was there at the place to seal it in the strong room. It has opened after 3 days on the 8th. How is it possible that the machine which is lying on the floor can auto charge itself to the 99%? Is there a different technology that Election Commission of India has? A very
No, but if
different
you
technology that.
remember, Nitin, if you remember Rajiv Kumar's press conference on the day when the poll dates for Maharashtra and Jharkhand were announced, there were few reporters who questioned him on the battery capacity of the EVMs, and he completely dismissed it. He said it's not possible, and he dismissed it almost like another conspiracy theory. So, what would one say
See,
about it when he doesn't want
see,
to
Mr.
answer at
Rajiv Kumar.
capacity issue?
See,
Yes.
Mr. Rajiv Kumar is also one of those dictators in the India who is following the path of the dictator leadership also. I challenge Mr. Rajiv Kumar on your channel as an Election Commission of India head that if he says that this is not possible, that the machine can be fined 99% charge, and how is it possible that the machine which is being put on 5th of October at the 6 a.m. in the morning with the mock poll of 50 votes in front of all the polling agents, and after that the vote polling starts at 8 a.m. in the 7 a.m. in the morning, then it goes till evening to the 7 p.m. in the evening, and the machine which is working from almost 12 hours, and that machine has been sealed, and after that machine got charged itself. Now Mr. Rajiv Kumar, if he says that this is not possible, then he can come. I invite him to the Faridabad, and he come to the warehouse of the Faridabad election office where all the machines are being stored right now. If they are not in the Russian, has to delete the data and send these machines to Maharashtra and to the other states of Jharkhand where election are being happened. So I invite him tomorrow morning itself that he come in the morning, open the machine in front of us, in the front of all of media, and show us that what he was saying in the press conference was right, and now what machine is showing is the right. See, I'll tell you what, 125 machines out of the 249 machines in the Faridabad AC89 are being found to be 99% charged. 37 machines are to be fined 95% charged. 42 machines are to be
Nitin,
fined 90%
let
charged.
me so let me just interrupt you. You are saying 39 machines if they are 99% charged. Are you going to get all these EVMs and machines verified then? Because there is a provision
See,
for a verification. Will you go through
I'll,
the
I'll tell you, I'll
verification?
tell you, there was a very shocking for me to see what Election Commission India has made the rules. I went into the RO that I want to follow the SOP rules made by Election Commission of India to check and verify the EVM machines. Now, the floor under my beneath was moved when I came to know that I need to pay 48,000 rupees per machine, 47,200 rupees with GST, 18% to get an EVM checked and verified. And I asked that I doubt on 185 machines. Can you please calculate what amount it is going to be? It came to be 80 lakh rupees. So tell me that in this India, does any candidate has 80 lakh rupees just to get the machine checked and verified?
No, but
This is
what
what
is
a
your
business is being
thinking?
done by Election Commission.
No, but what is your sense telling you that has this huge cost been incurred only to stop the verification process by the election commission? That is why they've put the costs as such a cumbersome level.
See, when Election Commission of India itself has made the budget of 40 lakh rupees for every candidate to expenditure on the election, how can they make the expenditure cost of getting the checked and verified machine above 4 times to the election cost? I mean, like, you are you are keeping a vigilance team after all the candidates that what expenditure has been made in the election is below 40 lakh rupees. Now you are yourself putting a fees of 1 crore rupees above to check all the very machines. Now one more thing, Neeluji, I would like to tell you that I asked my RO that what is the procedure of getting these machines checked. I was happy to know that if I am going to pay 47,200 rupees per machine, so I will get to know that the vote are being which are being polled in the machine, the data does it match with the VVPAT slips or not. But when RO told me no, this is not the procedure. The procedure is that first of all they will call the engineers from Bangalore, they will open the machine, they will delete the data. I have selected for those machines which I doubt that I cannot lose ever in my life. And now what they will do is they will first they will delete the data in front of me, they will burn all the VVPAT slips without showing it to me, and then they will inbuild new symbol alpha, beta, and gamma. And then they will ask me to press the button of alpha, and they will show me that the slip is coming of alpha or not. So this was a checking of microprocessor of the machine only, not the data which I secured on the polling date. Does it match to my VVPAT or not? No, I
But
am not paying
Nitin, if they
47,200
will
for this.
delete all the data, if all the data is deleted, then will you be
Yes.
left with the scope to approach the court? Because if the court entertains a petition, then how will you prove that your data was tampered? If the
See,
EVM doesn't have any data, and if they've already deleted the data during the verification process, then you are empty-handed. You don't have any data with you.
see, this is the trick. This is the trick behind the idea. The trick is that first of all they will delete the data with our consent. Then we will not be get satisfied and we will move to court. Court will ask for which machine's data when it is already being deleted in the presence of candidate. Then what are the case we are left with? What is the case we are left with? How will we challenge? This is the idea that election commission has put us fold fold handed behind, and they will say कि we will delete with your consent, then you can go to court without the data. Now what happened is we came to second round of count the same day. The second round of count again we used to won this election always by 13 to 1400 votes. Now we got only, we lost this round also. This was the time when I asked my RO that what is this, how these machines have been charged 99%. So there was a reply that we are not technical people, we are here to just to vigilance over this counting, and the engineers will reply on them. Where are the engineers? If battery can automatically self automatically calibrate and it can charge itself, so this technology should be shared amongst all the people of India so that they can have such mobile batteries also, we can have the cars also like this. Only EVM machine should not have this technology, na, this should be shared with amongst all of the people in India.
No, but
And
Nitin, you tell me this? The discrepancy in the battery capacity was observed in how many constituencies approximately? Was it 15? Some people are
see,
saying 50.
there are
People are saying
90 there are 90 assemblies total in Haryana. 37
right.
assemblies we have won, 53 we have lost, but out of 53 we have received 25 serious complaints.
Okay.
And Congress party itself has validated those 25 complaints and has moved to the Election Commission of India. Jairam
Hmm.
Ramesh ji, with KC Venugopal, with Bhupender Singh Hooda ji, with other senior leaders of Congress party, has moved to Election Commission of India twice. But Election Commission India has shattered all our complaints with the Rajiv Kumar's one reply that how is it possible when Election Commission of India head is himself in press conference saying that this is not possible, then tell me what answer we are going to get from them.
No, but how hopeful are you from the court? Because if the election commission doesn't answer, then the only recourse left is you approach the court. And as a collective petition, you can approach the Supreme Court. And normally, what we have seen in the past, whether it was the EVM or the VVPAT case, if you remember, Time and again, the lawyers of the Election Commission went on saying that there is no room for doubt. Even the Election Commission, sorry, even the Supreme Court, in a way, indicated that, we must not doubt a constitutional authority like Election Commission. So if the Supreme Court also refuses to get into this electoral process or the fraud, will we ever come to know about exactly how this fraud happened? If the court doesn't intervene, if the Election Commission doesn't answer, then what does one do? The election fraud will continue, and it will continue in other states as well. You have Maharashtra and Jharkhand just on the close on the heels.
See, Neeluji, first of all, we have only two sources to apply for. One was Election Commission of India, which has already provided a reply, which was a very happyful reply for us. Now we are left with the court. If, according to you, the court also does not come out with the conclusion in favor of the candidates who have lost it and who have found the discrepancies, loopholes, and the errors in the machines, then what is the message Election Commission of India, the government of India, and the Supreme Court is giving to youth like us? Are they giving a message that don't fight with the people, for the people, by the people, but fight with the EVM machine only? So then the EVM machine is a candidate against us. If we are in the BJP, then we are going to win. So we should not go amongst the people to ask for vote. We should not go for the development work. We should not work for the people. Only after 5 years we should work on the BJP ticket. Just get the ticket. EVMs are already set. You will win the election, and you are an MLA and MP, whatever you want to be. See, I'll let you. There is an example in 2019 in the Lok Sabha election. The Dipender Singh Hooda, who is an MP from Haryana, he was winning election, and it was happened first time in the history of counting of election that the ballot votes were not counted at the first phase. And when Dipender Hooda was leading by 25,000 votes after the last EVM was closed, what they told us at the counting center, that now the ballot vote are left to be counted, though Election Commission itself has made the decision that first the ballot vote will be counted and then EVM will be started. And then ballot vote when started, Dipender Hooda was lost. He lost it. So I don't understand the what idea behind the working Election Commission is having of this EVM, and I don't understand. We have a evidence, we have a proof. Why don't they come and open the machine? If Rajiv Kumarji and Election Commission India is saying truth, then they should come to Faridabad. Only a one example of out of 25 assemblies who is complaining. They should, in front of the media, they should invite the media.
Nitin, like you represent the Faridabad constituency. You have come on record and spoken about all this. Why are the other counting agents not speaking up? There are 25 constituencies where some serious fraud you are suspecting. Why are the other counting agents? In fact, the counting agent of the Panipat constituency also spoke to me on a different platform, but that was in Hindi. But the point is that why are other counting agents not coming up and speaking?
See, I think most of the people are not aware of the system. What should they follow? Because some of the people, we live nearby Delhi. We have better sources to contact with the media, with the courts, and with the advocates. But some of the candidates are not aware of the system. I'll make it sure that the other assemblies, counting agents also come into your contact, and they should speak in front of you. They should speak in front of the public. I'll make it sure that more of the people should come. It is not like that they are not ready, but they don't have the actual source to come with. They are really shattered and very unhappy with the situation right now. Some of the people are not able to come out the trauma because people have spent it a lot. They have spent it their life, manpower, money, their workers, their family. Some of the people have sold their agricultural lands also to fight the election. So people are not coming out of the trauma.
Right. But Nitin, now there is some confusion about the petition which is going to be filed in the Supreme Court. There was one which was filed yesterday where Priya Mishra and Vinod Bansal's name is coming. But there is some confusion on that. Now,
Because
what is
Bansal, because Bansal.
Vikas Bansal, sorry. So what is really happening on the petition front? Are you guys approaching the High Court? You're approaching the Supreme Court? What is really happening on it? Because today, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said that I cannot stop the swearing in of the Haryana Chief Minister. And if this happens, I'm going to impose costs on that. Now, what does it mean? The petition which was filed yesterday by Priya Mishra and Vikas Bansal, so has it been dismissed or you people are working or reworking on the petition? What is really happening? There is some confusion. So I just
See,
needed information on that bit.
well, actually, I seriously don't relate myself to the Supreme Court's appeal, what has been made in the by Mishra and by Bansal. I came to know by the media only, by some Dainik Bhaskar newspaper only in the morning. But I came to know that Election Commission of India uh, and some representative were not there in the Supreme Court to at the time of the hearing. So the court has said the petitioner to follow the normal routine course of action rather than coming straight to the Supreme Court. So I think that petition has not made by any of the candidate of the party, not even by the Congress party itself. We are looking forward to the legal suggestions right now. We are going through the legal ideas. We are following the legal procedure. The Congress party itself is taking all the measures, all the suggestions from the senior advocates like Singhvi Saab and other advocates in our party. We are looking forward to the ideas. Right now, we are not Russian hush into the Russian hush to move to the court. First of all, we are looking forward to the Election Commission of India, that what decision they are coming to say, because we have heard that Rajiv Kumar ji says and Election Commission says that they are going to reply each and every complainant, all the 25 one by one in order. So we are waiting for their reply. That
So
reply
this
will
is
come before
the
the
reply.
expiry of the
He,
date to go to the court, or it will come in the time.
no, Rajiv Kumar did mention that he is going to reply every complaint individually and in a separate manner. So now, will you wait for Rajiv Kumar's reply and then approach the court? Is that going to be the recourse you'll follow?
Yeah. First of all, we will wait for Election Commission's reply. Truly, they have the duty to reply on our complaint. And if Election Commission in time do not reply, then we will move to the court to ask them to reply first. And whatever reply they will come out, that reply is going to be our ground of election of our case. That what
No,
case has what reply.
but whenever you approach the court after election commission has given the reply, so in that petition, are you going to make this as a premise that those 25 constituencies where fraud has happened, will you ask for a
Yes.
repoll in those 25 constituencies?
First of all, we are asking Election Commission that they need to seal all the machines of 25 assemblies which have complained. Those machines should not be used further until unless all the candidates get satisfied or the court make a decision. I think Election Commission is passing a time and they don't want to seal the machines. They want to use those machines, delete their data as soon as possible and send these machines to Maharashtra and Jharkhand and other election areas. So we are making it sure, first of all, that these machines don't get away from
No,
the area
you
and they get
you have
sealed.
already filed. No, but you all have already filed a complaint with the election commission. So, do you think that despite the complaint, the election commission will go ahead and delete the data of those 25 constituencies of the EVMs and the
See,
25
see, see,
constituencies?
see, our delegate of Congress party, delegation of Congress party has demanded a very seriously that those machines should not be touched and they should be sealed and
Yes.
they should not be used until unless we don't get a better reply from Election Commission. If after that also they try to do is, then we all 25 candidates are looking forward to all the machine areas and warehouses. We will directly move as a PIL to the Supreme Court. That what is happening. Election Commission is not replying. Election Commission, how can they touch our machines before we get a suitable reply from Election Commission or Supreme Court of India? If even High Court or Supreme Court dismiss our application, but until unless the procedure is being followed, the machine should not be touched.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Nitin Singla, for joining on HW News. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay ahead with our cutting edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.